Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Saturday night, watching it, Junior, getting a couple of minutes to check my streams. His name. Okay, Hitbox is already connected, yeah. YouTube, what you doing? YouTube just connected. Twitch, what are you doing, Twitch? And this time I'm staying on the Internet Explorer, I think 11, I think. Okay, Twitch is still connecting. There it is, just connected. Alright, like I said, I've done all of them, so let's see if I get that stupid high alert thing crap, whatever, telling me that my CTUs in use and crap. Alright, so hello ladies and gentlemen, it's South Online Intellect and Junior. Now I'm going to talk about my third class, the Bounty Hunter Trooper, which is another favorite class of mine, because you basically do tanking mode in this class as well. And again, if you thought of going any further, all my notes are coming from this site right here. That's where all the notes are coming from. Another thing, just like I said, in December 2nd, all these class changes will be taking effect. All these classes will be getting new power, just everything else. As I understand it, if you're a free-to-play, the third status, you will get these class changes. It just, as I said in my last two streams, the internal throne, the new storyline that follows after the Knights of the Fallen Empire storyline, unless you become a subscriber / premium player, you will not be able to see that storyline or play that storyline unless you subscribe to the game. Everything else, the class changes, the crafting, everything else, as I understand, you will be able to get and you will be able to do, as I understand that. So here we go now. Okay, here are the class changes in the Knights of the Older Eternal Throne to the Bounty Hunter and Truther class, along with 5 new levels coming in Eternal Throne. Each of these classes will receive changes, including new abilities, new utilities, and more. So this part, let's talk about the Bounty Hunter and Republic Trooper. This is just a sampling of the changes that are coming with the Eternal Throne and are subject to change. The Bounty Hunter Tire Tech, which is the tank node in the on the Bounty Hunter side, the Imperial side. Knights of the Fallen Empire had left the Tire Tech in good position in one of the most well-rounded classes, which is true. I love that class because of being a tank ability. Most well-rounded classes in the game. The Knights of the Eternal Throne, we wanted to push the Tire Tech fantasy in a way that really made it feel more unique and different from the mercenary. Here are some of the changes we have made. Now, these 3 changes, Deadly Onslaught, Shearing Wave, and the Shatter Slug, are being changed. They used to go to both the Tire Tech and the Mercenary. They used to have both of them, but they're now kind of splitting it up now. Deadly Onslaught, new ability exclusive to Tire Techs only, which replaces Death of the Dog, which is now exclusive to the Mercenaries. So, as you saw from Death on the Dog, it's now going to be strictly to the Mercenaries or Deadly Onslaught. It probably will have the same mechanic as where you go up in the air and you start shooting down and blast everything down below you. It's probably going to be the same kind of, mechanic style. The Deadly Onslaught will be exclusive to the Tire Tech. Shearing Wave, new ability, exclusive to the Tire Tech, replaces Flamethrower, which had been removed from the game. Now that right there pisses me off. I love my Flamethrower. I love being a big ball of fire in the game, running around in my Tire Tech and doing all kinds of damage because I actually used the Advanced Tire Tech form, on my Bounty Hunter. And as you can see, the flamethrower thing, now I think flamethrower is the one where you hold your arm and you shoot that ball of flame, I think. I don't think it's the big circle flame, I don't think. So I'll have to see which one that is exactly. Because there's one where you jump up in the air, you do a spinning circle, and you got planes going all over the place. Then you got another one where you basically, you sit there and for about 10 seconds or whatever, you just, ignite your flamethrower, and anything that's in front of you is going to be set to fire. Then you got the third one where you would charge up your flamethrower and then shoot this gigantic ball of flame and hit your target with a ball of flame. I think that's the one that's getting changed, I think. Shadow Slug, new ability exclusive to Tire Tech, replaces Explosive Dart, which is now exclusive to the Mercenary. So as you see right there, we are now getting a new tower, and I am actually looking forward to that. Explosive Dart, for Tire Tech always seems a little bit on the weak side because, you shoot this little tiny dart type, and it's kind of like a stunner where you stun your target type, this everything else and all. The Shadow Slug, I'm actually looking forward to that, see what kind of damage and what that's going to be like to the animation. Each advanced class is receiving a new suite of legendary utilities. Here are some of the Tire Tech's abilities. Reel and Rattle. Grapple deals kinetic damage to pull targets and cause your next rocket punch or flaming test to deal. Oh, flaming test, that's the one. That's what it was. It was a flaming test because you shoot that ball of fire. Or flaming test to deal 20% more damage and stun the target at 1.5 seconds. So I'm actually looking forward to that. If I have a big target that's going to be really hard to get down, I will actually use my grappling hook to grab the target, yank him to me, so I can get my tanking mode going faster and do as much damage to him as possible. And that's what I do. Grappling hook, followed by rocket punch, and then do the flamethrower where I jump up in the air and do a circle flame around on the guy. Try to get the boss guy down. Mutilating Shard. Shard slugs reduces the movement speed of all affected targets by 75% to 15 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 30 seconds. To me, that sounds like a DDoSing ability where I'm guessing you shoot a bunch of, kind of like a shotgun deal where you shoot a shotgun of some sort and you have all these slugs coming out to hit your target to slow them down. Pressurized Override. Explosive fuel grants pressurized override, which increases the maximum range of flame burst, magnetic blast, shattering slug, ordnance onslaught, heat blast, energy burst, inhalate, and scorch by 20 meters by 15 seconds. Okay. So basically, when you use your pressure overrides, explosive fuel, if you use that one, because explosive fuel, if I remember correctly, that's your attack node. They got the other one, it's the guard node. Where you put a bubble around your companion and detect him while you're doing your tanking ability. But the explosive fuel, which will activate your pressurized override, which increases your maximum range. And all of those are basically close-range AoE attack, basically what it sounds like. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to really enjoy playing with my Tire Tech on that one. And when the new December 2nd comes, I'm going to make sure my Tire Tech is maxed out and has the best of the best gear. So when I get my new companion, just everything else and all, and start running around with her, I ain't definitely going to be looking forward to that. I just hope I can romance her like I've done with all my other companions. Because that would be interesting to see if there's a romance story there or not. Okay, Mercenary, which is the healer of the bounty hunter side. Okay, one of the things that was then requested by players of the Mercenary class is a better way to survive attacks than their enemies, which is true, because I love the Mercenary, I love what he does, but if I get an AoE attack, good eye, nice knowing you, thanks for, seeing you. If the Mercenaries had to stow the core, enjoy your stow the core, because I just sent you there to stow the core. In Knights of the Eternal Throne, we have given mercenaries subtle new toys to help them alive, while also polishing the class of it to help them to keep them different from the Tire Techs. Here are some of the changes we have made. Repulsive Safeguard. New ability exclusive to mercenaries, which will absorb all single target damage and reflect the situation of it, and will heal your thoughts and your health each time an attack is absorbed. So that to me is a tanking bubble type thing where you create some kind of bubble around you, and all the damage that's coming to you is going to get sent back to the target, the attacker that's attacking you. That's what that sounds like to me. Each advanced class is receiving a new suite of legendary utilities. Here are some of the mercenaries. Tagging bag. Ooh, I like that idea. Hindering a target with electronet grant tagging bag, increasing your a lot of crit by 15% to 9 seconds. Additionally, activating supercharge class reduces the cooldown of KOTET overload to 5 seconds. Ah, okay. So when I use my electronet to basically, slow the target down so they can't run away or whatever, which will increase my ultra crit, and then having the supercharge class clicked or active, also, which is your KOTET, which is your healing ability to heal you, and I think that's the one where you shoot the gigantic KOTET circle on you and everybody that's around you. Trauma regulators. While energy shield is active, you generate attack of trauma regulators each time you receive direct damage, which can stack up to 15 times. When energy shield expires, each attack of trauma regulator instantly heals you the 5% of your maximum health. Ah, okay. So that's another tanking bubble type thing. And as you can see, when you've got a lot of attacks coming to you, your bubble, your tanking bubble thing will actually absorb all that and then translate it into a healing ability to heal you and keep you alive. Battlefield Protocol. Dealt scan grant Battlefield Protocol, increasing the damage and healing dealt by your next non-channeling direct damage or healing ability by 20%. For each target revealed from stealth, you generate an additional charge of Battlefield Protocol. This attack can take up to 5 times and can last up to 10 seconds. Alright, so the dealt scans, I want to say that where you throw that KOTET scan and you scan in a person. No. Oh, how did I know what it is? No, there's certain classes that can drop those prodes that scan the area. They're stealth players. I think that's what that is. I think this one. And I think it's the truther, the commando that can do that. And they're the only one, just like the sage and the source, that has that where they can reach out to a friendly target that's in trouble and yank them back to you so you can start throwing heals on them, throwing the damage and stuff. I think those are those scan droids that you drop down to look for cloak players or cloak, NPCs and stuff. Alright, Trooper, Vanguard, which is the tank of the tank class in here. Knights of the Fallen Empire left Vanguards in a very good position as one of the most well-rounded classes in the game. The Knights of the Eternal Throne. We wanted to push the Vanguard fantasy in a way that really made it unique and different from the Commando. Here are some of the changes we made. Now, once again, the E3, Artillery, Ion, and Flak used to go through all 3 classes. They're basically now separating them where only the Vanguard will get them, I'm guessing. Alright, Artillery Blitz, new utility, that's a new ability, exclusive to the Vanguard, replaces Nordali, which is now the exclusive to the Commando. Yeah, Nordali is the one that both sides got. Nordali. Ion Wave, new ability exclusive to the Vanguard, replaces the Pulse Cannon, which is are you serious? Pulse Cannon is new in the game. No, I don't like that. I like using that. Black Shell, new ability exclusive to Vanguard, replaces Sticky Grenades, which is now exclusive to the Commando. So good. Please do not take my grenade throwing ability away, because I like my grenade throwing, my Truther and my Smuggler. I love those little grenades that they throw. Alright, each of the classes to receive the new suit of legendary utilities. Here are some of the Vanguard. Toll and Tunnel. Harpoon deals kinetic damage to the target and causes you new stock strike or shock strike to deal 20% more damage to target at 1.5 seconds. That's where you basically do your grappling hook type thing, like the bounty hunter can do, and you lock onto your target and yank him to you to start doing, tanking damage to him. Smothering Slug. Black Shell reduces the movement speed of the affected target by 75% to 15 seconds. This attack can only occur once every 30 seconds. Alright, to me that is a debuffing, where you basically are doing a debuffing to slow your target down so they can't run away when you start tanking them and doing damage to them. Aim Extension. Battle Focus grants aim extension, which increases the maximum range of the Ion Pulse, Tactical Charge, Black Shell, Artillery Blitz, Energy Blast, Energy Burst, Platinum Flare, and Platinate by 20 meters to 15 seconds. Alright, so I'm guessing if you had your Battle Focus, which is your attack node, active, you'll start getting an extension, which gives you better aim, and all of these others are basically targeting damage type or long range, type, a target damage. Alright, Commando, which is the healer of the class. One of the things that had long been requested by players of the Commando class is the better way to survive attack than their enemies. Yet, it's actually my pro Commando when I get an AoE attack to get it, because I like knowing you Commando. But if I stay out of range and stay way back, I can heal everybody and keep everybody alive with my Commando. It's a better way to survive attack than their enemies in Knights of the Eternal Throne. We are getting Commando shuttle new toys to help them stay alive, which also polish the class a bit to help make it different from the Vanguard. Here are some of the changes we have made. Echoing Deterrence. New ability exclusive to Commando, which will absorb all single target damage, reflect 50% of it, and heals you 5% of your health each time an attack is absorbed. Alright, so that's basically a tanking double type style, where you activate this thing, any and all damages that come to you is being absorbed and returned to the attacker that's attacking you. That's what that sounds like to me. Each class is receiving a new suit of legendary utilities, heroes, son of the Commandos. One-man army. Hindering a target with electronet grants one-man army, increasing your ult crit by 50% to 9 seconds. Additionally, activating supercharged cell reduces the cooldown of Aurelian Rush to 5 seconds. So that right there is where retiring your little electro net, just everything else, which will also activate the one-man army. And at the same time, if you have supercharged cells active, it will also increase your Aurelian Rush, which is your healing node to keep you alive while you're fighting. Trauma Stabilizer. While reactive shield is active, you generate a stack of Trauma Stabilizer each time you receive a direct damage, which will stack up to 15 times. When reactive shield expires, each stack of Trauma Stabilizer instantly heals you to 5% of your maximum health. So basically what this is saying is this is your double. When you had a reactive shield slotted, which is your tanking node, instead of the other one, which would be your attack node, you are generating a stack of Trauma Stabilizer that's keeping you alive and healed every single time you have your reactive shield active. So if you kind of think of it, you're in the middle of it, you've got an AoE attack, you're fighting the boss guy, you activate this thing. All those attacks that those minions are trying to do to you is keeping you alive because it's stacking up and healing you while you're fighting his boss and trying to get him down. So that's what that is. That's your tanking, keeping alive mode. Suppression Protocol. Stealth game grants suppression protocols, increasing the damage or healing dealt by your next non-channel drug damage healing ability by 20% for each target revealed from stealth. You generate an additional charge of suppression protocol. This effect can stack up to 5 charges and lasts up to 10 seconds. So once again, as I said, only the commandos and the mercenary has this ability where we can drop these little scan codes to scan the area, or NPCs that might have the cloaking active, or players that might be using a cloak ability to try to hide themselves. As you can see, you drop that. That will also increases your healing ability. And once you reveal an NPC or a player that was using cloaking, you basically uncloak him. Boom! Now you're getting a healing ability for 20%. Added to you. And I'm guessing, depending on how many times you uncloak somebody, that's going to stack up. I'm guessing. Yeah, see right there. This stacks up the 5 charges. So if you find somebody and you're already down to 50% and you drop it real quick, boom, right there. You just jumped from, from 50 to 70 real quick. Because you just uncloaked 2 NPCs. Alright, well that's that. Just everything else. Hopefully now this time I noticed the extra thing wasn't yelling at me saying that my draw was having drop drains and I was having a high use of CPU, and as of right now my CPU is only using 20%, just using the Internet Explorer. So wow. Chrome had this thing almost up to 80%. The Windows Edge, hell, it's keeping the rate at 50%. They're using the Internet Explorer here. Hell, like right there, it just jumped up to 39. Now it's dropping down to 30. Or no, it went up to 30. There you go. Now it's dropping back down to 28, 29, 30, 28, 29. So it's barely using anything on the Internet Explorer. So I guess from now on, I'll start doing my streams because the Internet Explorer's, I think it's 11 I'm using. But anyway, that is the Bounty Hunter Truther classes. Getting a couple of minutes to get a fresh tea. I'll be showing the final class, which is the smuggler and the the smuggler and the Imperial Agent, which is the final class changes, this, that, and all. And all these class changes will be taking effect December 2nd. As I said, as I understand it, free to play. The third status, as well as subscription, or as they call it, premium players now, will be able to get all these changes come December 2nd. The only thing that the free-to-play will not be able to do, and the third status will not be able to do, is the storyline that follows after the Fallen Empire, which is called the Eternal Throne. That is as I'm understanding it. You'll get everything except the storyline. You'll not be able to do the storyline for the Eternal Throne, which follows after the Fallen Empire, which is understandable. I mean, if you play this game, you've got the core of the game that even you free-to-play Eric can be able to play and enjoy, be able to do. You'll be able to do all the new stuff. As I'm understanding, you will be able to level all the way up, just everything else, up to like 65. You'll be able to get all these class changes, just everything else and all. That it's just the storyline. If you want to see the Eternal Throne, and right now my Jedi Knight, the only one that's going to be able to do the whole story, because he's the only one who's done everything. He's the only one that I've managed to get through. But then again, he's got that 2-8 gear, and he's got a companion, geared up, and that's another thing I'm going to have to make a stream about. One of my other players commented that if you had your companion, and you constantly pick one companion, work with one companion, and keep doing the stuff with the one companion, you can get them up to level 50, and oh my god. On my Eternal Throne, there is a thing where you can go unlock and get one of your companions back. So I've got Kira back on my bounty hunter, or not my bounty hunter, my Jedi Knight. And I got her all the way up to 50, and oh my god, she is awesome, is all I gotta say, But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, just everything else. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping this game don't turn into like Star Wars Galaxy and like disappear, because in Star Wars Galaxy, I was big time crazy about being an Imperial Trooper, just everything else and all. And then I kind of ran around as a Republic Trooper in Star Wars Galaxy. And I played the whole 8 years, just that and all, and I enjoyed it, because in that one, I was basically a tank in the Star Wars Galaxy and did all kinds of stuff in that. And then, like I said, Sony took over. The game went through that 2 more years, and then that was it. And I was actually at my home on Tatooine when Star Wars Galaxy closed down forever. But then they had a thing going through a while that if you played Star Wars Galaxy and you wanted to beta test the Star Wars The Old Republic, I actually got a key. I forget where it came from, but I actually got a key to try out the Star Wars Old Republic, and I was like, oh my god, I love this. This is so cool. And it basically, to me, it felt like it was carrying over a lot of the stuff that the Star Wars Galaxy was able to do really good, and BioWare picked up and basically carried over, and they, living in the Star Wars universe, much more fun and much more appealing. I'm just hoping that this is not going the same route, because I've seen where they did the last update, last everything, and I was enjoying the game, and then 2 years later, thanks to playing, we're shutting down now. So I'm hoping that don't happen. I want to see this game go a very long time, but then, they've got to make money. If they're not making money, they're going to shut the game down, because I had, put my money into a lot of games. There was a lot of games that I tried out. They didn't even make it past their, they got up to 2 years, and that was it. Their 2 years starting period was over, and they closed down and went bye-bye. So I hope this don't happen to this. So fingers crossed. We'll see. All right, well, like I said, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go get me some fresh tea. We'll be picking up the final class changes, which is the Smuggler and the Imperial Agent. Which I'm still learning how to use that class, because it's got some extra animation that the other classes don't have, which is the crouch ability that only the Smuggler and the Imperial Agent does. So I'm getting the hang of that class, but I like that class. I like the storyline now of all of the stories. Oh, what other? Sonic? I thought I had that thing turned off. Well, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I need some fresh tea.